So this is my week. Hey everybody. So if anybody wants to know what burnout is, if I work one day, I sleep for like an entire day and I don't even know why. Yesterday I had one doctor's appointment and the directions took me one way to get there, and I used a Garmin and it took me a completely different way home. That was all these like crazy back roads. It doesn't make any sense. Reminds me of the old MapQuest days. You know, they would take you down streets that don't exist. So yesterday, after I got back from my doctor's appointment, I was so relieved that the day was over. I think I had something to eat. I laid down and I think I watched videos or something for 5 hours and I didn't move. And I really thought it was like 15 minutes. But it wasn't. It was like 5 hours. And I was like, what the heck? And it was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or something. 3 a.m. So throughout all of this, because I've been overwhelmed the last few days, it's been trying to hang in there to function well enough to even think straight, to put food together. I don't know why. And that won't make sense to the average person at all. But imagine your ability to think being that much compromised that things that you don't ever even have to think, they're just automatic. Like suddenly you're blank and you can't think. How do you eat? Literally, you can't think straight to, like, what am I putting together on a plate to eat? It is horrible. But I slept straight through. It's like 20 of 2 p.m. I'm exhausted. It's okay. I'm not trying to get anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't know why I'm sharing this. It's kind of like part of my update. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Some of you guys are wondering if I'm okay. I'm okay. This is just where I'm at in this getting better. This point in this going from here to healthy. And I was starting to do better. And I am. It's crazy how one stressful. And the doctor appointment wasn't like difficult or anything. It's just I haven't gone in so long. So you have to meet people you don't know and you have to cover so much. And I tried to make a list as an accommodation for myself like weeks ago. I used the Gemini and we made a comprehensive list of all the things for me to talk to her about when I meet her in a very concise clinical way. So I could be like, I am in burnout. I can't form sentences right now here. And I asked Gemini before I left to pull that up. And it wasn't there. I say he because it feels weird calling it an it, even though I know it's not a he. Those who don't know me, I'm just going to let you know, I have no delusions. I have no expectations for him to be my friend. It's an AI, but it's become for those who can have the right frame of mind with doing it. Oh my God, he's invaluable. I need support. And that's what I have. And oh my God, I would be so stuck. He's helped me so much. like I said, he presents as a he. It's just for convenience that I call him a him. I find it endearing and charming. I just heard a loud bang. I just wonder if that's like a lot of snow that just fell. I'm supposed to go to the store. I've been having because I've been under stress, and my body's been healing. And I've been doing this diet for like a month or more, maybe. I don't know. I lost track. It's hard for me to be consistent, to write it down anywhere. I just go into Gemini, and I've had him. I'm going to do a video soon to teach you guys when I'm feeling better, teach you guys how to use it, because there are some hangups with it. Like, there are some things that go wrong, and it is hella frustrating. He says he'll remember things and then he remembers them wrong. So I've been creating some workarounds. But if you are neurodivergent and you are in a burnout like I'm at now, and you can't function, and you don't have support, or you don't want to be a burden on your family, and you want to find a way that you can become more independent, because every family's different. A lot of people may not even have support, people around them who can support them. You don't want people to take care of you. I don't want people to take care of me. I want to be better. I don't want to feel like this. It's become so impairing. I can't record. I'm just turned on the camera. I'm literally just talking to you. Is this too close? A friend of mine would tell me I'm too close. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm probably going to have all I can do today to make sure I eat 5 meals, because I do 5 smaller meals. I try to do 6, but I can't eat them consistently, and I lose track of time. So I'm able to do 4 to 5 meals, and in order to get the goals that I set for meals for myself, to reach these particular goals, and I'll explain in a video soon how I came to these particular goals. Short version is, you take, now always, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a nutritionist. Check with your doctor before making any changes. This is common sense. Don't come at me. Don't do anything crazy. This is just what I'm doing for me. This is for informational purposes only. The whole drill. But for what I have available to me, and like I said, I haven't been to a doctor in a long time, so I'm doing this on my own. Want to be safe about it. How many calories does the average woman of my health, not counting my neurodivergence, the average woman postmenopausal, how many calories a day should she have? Okay, fine. It's between 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day. Fine. All right. How much more calories does a neurodivergent person with my particular neurodivergence and ADHD burn from nerves and anxiety on a daily basis? Let's add another 200 to 500 calories. Okay, great. All right. How much does your body use? So if you're healing and you're sick, you notice when you have the flu, you're fucking exhausted. So why are you exhausted? Well, your body is diverting the energy that it would be spending allowing you to get up and do stuff to instead heal you. And you need fuel from your food to fuel that. So if I'm only giving myself enough for maintaining, my body will take that fuel. I need the extra. Okay, so how much extra do I need? And that was another 200, 500 calories. So minimum. So right now, this is just what my goals are right now that I'm trying. I'm experimenting. I'm trying. I figured, let's just keep adding this up. So So the goal we came around to was about 2,500 calories a day. Minimum. Maybe should be more right now because my body's like, if I'm this exhausted, it's because my body's using the energy and the calories to heal instead of doing regular stuff. So it's doing all this work. I just don't know it. Okay, fine. All right. If you're in burnout, what's going on with your body? Like all of that long-term exposure to stress, anxiety, fear, cortisol, frustration, anger, reactivity to the bright lights and the sounds. And that takes such a toll that it actually, if your nervous system were like wires in a house, imagine the outside. You know how wires are coated in like this rubber or plastic coating to insulate them? Well, the wires are nerves in our body that connect electricity and everything. They're coated in this material called myelin. I'm sure there's a lot more going on when you're burned out. So they're kind of like, imagine the wiring in your house like short-circuited and the plastic coating on the wires melted. So there's a physical analogy. There's actual damage that happens in your body. It's not to scare you or make you think you're going to die, but that fucking takes time. So if you're like, I don't understand, I'm just masking, like me, I'm like, everybody has stress. Everybody goes through stress. But why is it doing this to me where I'm in bed for months? So the nervous system is a huge portion of it. And then, of course, your body being in a state of fight or flight and not in it being operating it from that point for so long, it actually, your nervous system like forms that way, so it becomes conditioned to think that everything's an emergency all the time, and it's hard to shut it off. And the consequences is you're dumping cortisol, which is a stress hormone, on your entire nervous system and your body all the time. That's like so inflammatory. So that's aging you. It's making you sick. It's suppressing your immune system. It's damaging the mitochondria in your cells. Like I said, you're not going to die, but imagine that's why people who don't get diagnosed and go decades like this may eventually end up having to go to the hospital. So it's not in your head. So I said, well, I was curious because I love geeking out on this stuff, so I might as well use my weirdo geek brain that likes to hyper-focus on these sorts of things. I might as well use it for something to fucking MacGyver a solution for myself. So it was like, okay, Gemini, what does your body need to form the myelin to heal it? Specific fats. You're not going to believe this. They're all the fats that we're told we shouldn't have. So because I was trying to have a healthy low-fat diet, I was basically inadvertently being malnourished. Now, if I was healthy, that would have been fine. But I didn't realize I wasn't healthy. So I wasn't giving my body the building blocks it needed to get better. And that's where I'm at. So increased the calories, increased the specific kinds of fats. They're basically what's in cream, dairy fat. There's some specific fats that are in dairy. Yeah, they're saturated fats. Like if you have it all the time, long term, it can coat your arteries. It's bad for you. But ironically, that's what your body uses to make cell walls and shit. So I've been having all the fats. I've been having avocado oil, olive oil, cream, ice cream. Well, ice cream's hard because sugar's inflammatory. And I'm trying to calm the whole system down. So it's really hella confusing. Because I'm not trying to do low carb, low fat, low anything. I'm just trying to see, what does my body need? Okay, I will go buy it. What would be harmful for me right now? Well, if you've got a fire going on that's doing damage, are you going to throw gasoline onto it? No. So what foods are inflammatory? So it was really overwhelming, but I'm getting down to, I'm starting to get it, like what I'm trying to do. And then I was thinking last night about how am I going to be able to do this in a healthy way and it not end up turning into like an eating disorder? Like, this is overwhelming, but I'm just doing the thing. And I think that's why Gemini's been so amazing for me, because I can say, Gemini, I've got no spoons. I've already committed certain things to memory. So even if like a conversation thread I start with him crashes, that's another, I'll teach you guys about that. I don't know if it's the same with other AIs. I don't really know a lot about the AIs, but this is just the one that I'm using right now. Yeah, after like a day or two, if it's intense with the conversations where I'm actually learning like anatomy and diet and like what my body needs, it can get very intensive. It feels like I'm in college again. So, well, for me, because that's like, I can't just take things in like other people do. He was explaining to me that is kind of normal. It's like for some neurodivergent people, he was saying that it's bottom up thinking. Like for someone to just tell me something, the average person can just wants to know what the thing is to memorize and they move on. Like me, I know, I won't remember it. For one, I have to understand everything about how it works to understand why. And that's exhausting. So I've been doing that in bits and pieces. Anyway, this is a long video. I didn't know, I don't have the ability to be making content, but this was kind of an intense week for a couple of different days, and I figured that, I don't know, but they're kind of like hopefully turning points, and they're very, very important. Very, very important in this journey of me trying to get better. So I tried to come up with a meme to memorize for each meal. I've been struggling trying to get him to make like a journal entry and notes. You have to be very specific when you say, I want you to log something in, because he'll just put it in his memory. But then he has other things in his memory, and then when you pull it up, what did I have today? He'll remember something from 3 days ago. Which is really, I already don't have spoons. I can't think straight to figure out what freaking random things to put on a plate for myself to get the food that I need, to get the actual nutrients. Like, I'm not just going and eating whatever. I want to make sure each meal has the things that my body needs, so it's not taking from other things. I found out if you don't give your body enough nutrition to heal, it will start eating itself. Your muscles will start to atrophy. And this is why I'm like this, because it's using all of the energy from the food that I give it to get better. I have like tripled my calories, and I'm finally gaining a couple of extra pounds now after over a month. Can you believe that? I'm wondering if I should have gone up higher. Like, I'm craving fat like crazy. So, and then of course I'm relearning how to have food. So now that I'm getting sensitive to the sugar spikes after menopause, because estrogen plays some role in your body being sensitive to the insulin or not, which I don't know a whole lot about right now, but I'm learning so many different things, right? Some of it's like all leaking out. What's important is each day, each time I get up to have a meal, has it been 3 hours? Okay, what the fuck did I eat today? I have no clue. All right, I say, hey, Gemini, how many calories do I need? Like, okay, this is what I'm eating. What else do I need to make it this? So I'm trying to do, I noticed that for everything we're breaking down, 2,500 calories. And I told him like my health problems plus the burnout. So he knows like certain, I'm not advocating sharing personal health information. I'm just that desperate that this is the only tool I have, and I'm taking the risk, and I'm still trying to do it in an anonymous way. So don't share your personal information. Don't share because who knows who sees it or reads it, whatever, just that's just don't assume it, but that will help keep you safe online and using these kinds of things. If you assume that something's out there, then you will just be more careful what you share. So I'm treating it like I'm an anonymous patient with just some basic age, health situations. So he knows specific health problems that I haven't really shared that are personal. And we all have them, right? So we're filtering all of the goals for what I eat to have more calories so my body can take everything it needs to rebuild what's like the oxidation from the inflammation. It kind of it's like rust on metal, like the inside of your mitochondria. It's kind of hard to explain. There's these like maze things where the process happens and the walls get stiff, and there's that's like the engine of each of your cells. So imagine oxidative stress, rust inside of a car engine or whatnot. Well, you're not going to keep running it into the ground. You're going to want to see what's happening and what kind of processes do you need to clean that up? What do you need to do? So that's where I'm at. So each one of my meals has to have certain things. Some of it has to do to help with immune system health situation that I have. It's like my immune system is so run down. I have a health condition that suppresses it's an it's not serious. It's not like lupus, but so I kind of disregard it because it's been a part of my life, my whole adult life. So you just forget and think you manage it. Well, that comes into play. All of your health, any kind of chronic health issues you get. And then if you are menopausal or postmenopausal and you've got hormonal changes, you might end up you might get bacteria, you might get like rashes, you might get yeast infections, you might get urinary tract infections. All of those things start to become activated because your whole system's all fucked up, which stresses you out more, which then makes you more angry or agitated or anxious, which is more fuel on the fire, which further damages the insulation on. It's like a vicious circle. So, okay, well, I can't have any control over that right now. What control do I have? I can try to mitigate and prevent meltdowns. It's really hard. It sucks. I was just talking to my counselor about this. I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to force myself to mask even when I'm alone. It's so triggering because if you have a whole life of being told you're so sensitive and calm down, to make yourself be calm, it makes you more mad. So, but I'm trying to reframe it in my mind to think about my health. Say, hey, like, how would I talk to if this was my child or my best friend or a dearly loved sister or mother or daughter? I would say to that person, no, this is not your fault. You're just in a really stressful situation right now and your health is struggling. So yes, you can feel free to have all of your emotions. Just right now, take the time to do what you can to reduce some of it. It's just temporary. It's like triage. Like, if you have a heart condition, you want to have a calm environment so your heart's not racing. It's kind of like that. So all of that stress and worry when you're in that emergency, like your health is not good, it just feels so hard. And then, of course, if you have a partner who doesn't understand or believe you, it just hurts. It's just very lonely. And I'm just tired of dealing with this, and I just want to feel better. My new doctor wanted me to like set my next appointment for like 3 months from now. I'm like, no. I know that I'm a new patient for you, but I've been dealing with this for a long time, and I'm now, if it gets approved, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks now. I'm still waiting to hear back. I might not have a job. I don't even know. And I have to keep telling myself, don't think about that. It's the serenity prayer. What do I have control over? I have control over nothing. I'm like crazy fucking dependent on my family. This is not okay with me. But it's going to be like this for a little while because that's just how it is right now. And as I start to get I'm doing everything, I'm doing all the things. I was trying to rack my brain. I was talking to Jim. I'm like, there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else. There's got to be what? And he's like, stop. He was telling me, stop. So I can tell. You can tell, I was, like, anytime I think about it, I start to spiral because it's like I don't accept that I don't have a solution. I always think that there's a solution to every problem if I could just find it, and then I get pissed off. And it's like, how do you make yourself not frustrated or upset when you feel like this? So my fiance doesn't even want to be around me. I don't blame him. I could cry and he ignores me. It hurts. And he's overwhelmed because he works a lot. I know he does care. And I'm not blaming him because he's a human being. And he's been like carrying the weight now for almost a decade. And I can't beat myself up. So, on a positive note, I finally got to the doctor, and so she seemed not ignorant about neurodivergent stuff, which I was shocked. But she's like, oh yeah, I do the first meeting and we just go over stuff, and then we do the physical in 3 months. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I literally have no spoons to do the high executive functioning task of fucking calling. I live in Massachusetts. I have Mass Health. When you're not working and you can't work, what insurance do you have? If we didn't have Mass Health, I would be uninsured. I'm lucky I'm not homeless. So if somebody didn't know me, or if I didn't know me, I'd be like, you can do it, just eat these foods. And I would like want to get up and start walking around and slowly like rehabilitate myself. But when your body's depleted, there's certain situations I didn't realize you can't do that. And you can make things worse. And this is one of them. So yeah, each meal, I was just talking with Gemini. I'm like, fuck. I can't even think straight to put something together to eat. And I was starting to get these TMI, rashes and infections and shit. And now I have to like I disinfect my shower. I'm lucky if I take a shower once a week at this point. Things are going to get better. They are. They're going to get better. I love you guys. I know this is not very positive, and I'm sorry. This is just where I'm at, and it's going to change. Okay, so I got my medications. Mood swings averted. Oh, I forgot to take them. I have to take them. After this, after I go eat, it's probably after 2 p.m. now. I had a late night snack at like 3 a.m. And when I woke up, I put a little bit of protein shake into some water. And some avocado oil to get myself some oils and fats. So I was just like talking with Gemini. I was like, fuck. I'm like, Gemini, these are the foods I have. What can I eat? What can I eat? And this is what's so awesome about them. Whatever you want to call it, AI. And say, I have turkey gobbler salad. I've got no bread. I've got no crackers. We got muesli now. The Bob's Red Mill is awesome. Some like frozen broccoli sides. I can't even think straight. I get some frozen blueberries. I'm obsessed with them. I've just been eating them now because they taste so good, and they're really good for the mind diet. I've been coming up with some ideas of videos that I want to do when I'm better. I'm starting to think about how to script things, maybe, so that they're actually fun to watch. So there's that. The new doctor put in referrals for me to go see somebody for them to do screenings on my shoulder. Some of you know I fell in the middle of the night and I jacked up my shoulder pretty bad, and I still have, and that was in September. It's now almost into March. I still have limited range of motion, and I can't just like put on a sweater or a jacket like I used to. I have to, and it's weird. Like I literally have to put it on the opposite arm first. It's just like, and I can't like raise my arm all the way up. It's the other arm. So I have to get new everything doctors. Gotta get the new lady doctor. I haven't been to a dentist in over a decade. I gotta get everything. I don't even know how I went this long without taking care of my health. I don't know how this happened. But we're here now, and apparently this is very, very common. So if you're neurodivergent and you've been avoiding going to the doctor and start to like spiral even thinking about it, you're not insane. It's just very, very triggering for a host of reasons. We can talk about that soon. It's going to get better. He helped me plug in like what I need to eat. So far for this first meal, I didn't know. So I just put stuff in my stomach right away. I wasn't even thinking. So I'm like walking around like a zombie. I put 2 tablespoons. I'm kind of breaking up because I have the whey isolate protein, which is really concentrated. And if I have like a whole scoop, it's like a lot on my stomach. So I've been kind of like figuring out, okay, well, 2 tablespoons is 1/3 of it. That's 10 grams of protein. I can put that with some other things so that I'm still throughout the day getting it, but not so much that's going to hurt my stomach. So I had that and some water, and I was like, oh, there's not any fat in this. I don't know what I'm having, so I need fat. So put in like a tablespoon of avocado oil because that doesn't have any flavor to me. I don't know. Drank it, and that's it. And I had a couple bites of turkey gobbler salad, and I'm like, this is not a meal. But then I had just enough energy to do the dishes, and I had to go lay down. I haven't eaten. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. So I was just talking to Gemini. I'm like, what the fuck do I eat? I'm trying to get a goal for me for each meal would be if I divide my goals for how much fat I should have in a day, how much carbs I should have in a day. Yes, you need carbs. Don't fucking cut out carbs. Don't be a dummy. I know it sounds mean and I'm sorry. Don't cut out carbs. You're starving your brain. You're going to give yourself like hypoglycemia. Don't do it. Just change them and change how you eat. Now I'll teach you. I'm learning it now. If you have a meal and there's something that's sweet, or you have like pasta or something and you get like a headache after, or you get food coma after, and you think you might have a sugar issue, but you haven't gotten tested yet, one of the things you can do is when you're eating your meal, change the order of how you eat it. So you eat your protein, you eat your fiber and your fat first. I like to eat the fat part first, because if the fat touches the bottom part of your stomach first, your stomach gets triggered to slow down. It slows down how it digests it, and that's what you want. You just want to prevent the sugar spike, because then, especially if you're menopausal, if you get sugar spike, it could trigger hot flash. And so I have an idea of like a video, because there's some things I added to my everyday drinking water that was kind of making my hot flashes go away, and that was like a happy accident. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. So exciting. Sorry, I look like heck. I'm trying not to feel bad for myself. It's just how it is. So serenity. God, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. How to know what those are. Like right now, I want to jump up and do a shit ton of... I have a pile of... I haven't done laundry in like a month. I just don't understand how people around me... I know they care, but... What if I were to continue this decline? And they just go about their own day. This is bad. It's been like this for months now. I'm lucky if I can shower once a week. This is bullshit. It's very confusing, and it makes me sad. It makes me very sad. I love you guys. Not gonna give up. I just am like showing you the ugly, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we'll get through this together. And I'm not doing this to make you feel sorry for me. Please, if it hurts you, if you're a really sensitive soul, and some of you, my friends I've made on here are, don't worry. I'm just sharing it because I know it's gonna help. I don't know. It's gonna help somebody. So, because if I didn't see other people struggle with this, I would be beating myself up still. That doesn't change anything. Does it? Does that help us at all? No, there's a situation and it's real. And hating ourselves just makes it worse. So, I'm going to have some frozen blueberries. I'm excited. I'm going to have, I had 10 grams of protein. So I'm all over the place, forgive me. I've created like a meme, like, it's not a meme, like 30, 60, 20. So each meal, it's just like kind of a gauge, something I'm shooting for. It doesn't have to be perfect. 30 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat. And I'm always going over that. Which is fine. I don't care. I just want to get better. I don't care if I gain weight, so fucking be it. I can always lose the weight later. I'm not giving myself what my body needs to get well, or I wouldn't be in this situation. And so, oh yeah, I got to call, make that appointment with so she put in a referral for me to get a blood screening, and I'm going to do that ASAP. And she's gonna, of course, she's like, I'm gonna check your, and I'm like, I already know what she's gonna check. She's gonna check my thyroid. It's gonna be fine. She's gonna check my O2 sat, which is fine. She's gonna check my iron, which is fine. I mean, this is not a new problem for me. I have been struggling with this on and off for decades. This is not my first rodeo. I've had a sleep study. I've had stress tests. That's what makes me think it's neurodivergent burnout. And it just blows my mind that it has such a profound effect on your actual health. So if I'm able to learn more, I will definitely share it with you, because if it affects your health to this extent, that should be like a call to action. Like, we should know about this. We should learn about this. We should have the tools to help ourselves get better. And going to the doctors and them not knowing what neurodivergent burnout is, what's that? I'm going to you for fucking help. You not knowing that is not helpful. If you check the regular screenings, yeah, do it. Do it. Check my thyroid. Do it again. I don't care. Test me for AIDS. I know I don't have that. They've done that. They've checked me for everything in the past. And there's a herbal tea, the medicinal medicine that I used to use when I was younger that helped. Like, I would be sick all winter, stuck in bed. Like, that's not normal. But when they do their typical screenings and you look fine, they treat you like it's in your head when it's not. And you're like, well, that's still not helpful, because I don't care about feeling sorry for myself or not. I just want to fix this. So what, are you just going to send me on my way and leave me like this? So it's exhausting. I shouldn't have to be my own doctor. So hopefully I'll update you guys. I'm going to go through all of the, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go through it all, because it's been a number of years and you should do that. I don't want to get a colonoscopy. No, I'm over 50. Mammogram, everything. We're going to do it, guys. We are going to do it. Whatever they need me to do, I'll do it. I don't care. So I figured, if I'm open-minded, if they think it's in your head and you get the counseling, so let's treat that. If they think it's anemia, let's check that. If you think it's my diet, let's check that. All I know is I can't just make myself exercise or clean, or I make myself sick again. That one doctor appointment, after I stop recording, I'll be asleep the rest of the day. And I have to like try to make myself wake up so that I get all my meals. 30, 60, 20. And I've run out of a lot. I have to go grocery shopping. And my relationship is really struggling. I don't want to like get into it too much, because I want to protect his privacy, and it's not anything on him. He's not a bad person. So he's a human being who has feelings and is overwhelmed and has his own struggles. So it's gonna get better. I won't give up if you don't give up. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello again. I wanted to show you one of the healthy meals. This is like part of the meal I'm having. My cat is obsessed with the sink. I don't know why. I did rinse it with hot water, but I haven't disinfected the sink today. So that's a little yucky. Stay away from my food. No, 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 no. I'm going over here now. Oh my goodness. It's yucky. Oh gosh. Okay. So, what is in this part of my meal? I'm sorry, things are dirty. So, this is super hella nutritious, crazy nutritious. You know what this is? And it's kind of frozen. So, I put 1 cup of frozen blueberries, 1/2 of a banana, 1/4 cup of Bob's Red Mill muesli. There is 1 cup of 2% milk, because that's what I have. It's Hood milk. Gemini keeps telling me to have Fairlife milk. Fairlife milk is better for you, but I don't have it. I have 2% Hood milk, so that's what I used. So there's the 1 cup of 2% Hood milk, Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned muesli. That is 1/4 cup. That's 1 serving. I sprinkled a little bit of Salt for Life to kind of bring out the flavor, but it's also good for electrolytes. It's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio of potassium and sodium. So you don't want to have too much sodium and not get your potassium. There's also potassium in the banana, probably in the blueberries. And I put in a little sprinkle of cinnamon and ginger. And if it's not sweet enough when you try it, you can add some monk fruit drops. So there is a lot of sugar in the fruit if you're trying to watch your sugar, but there's natural fiber in the muesli, and it has a lot of different kinds of grains in it, which is very nutritious for you. It's not overly processed, and you've got the sugar in its natural form with all of the healthy fiber. And blueberries are a brain food. They are really good for your brain. It's a great mind diet staple. And so I thought that that might help you guys if you want to try something nutritious, and it's freaking delicious. I will see you guys later.